to go. It is as fast as a 57-kilo wrestler. Zare, he likes to have fun. He gets after it, changes directions, changes levels. And this 125-kilogram weight class in the quarterfinals, 6 of the 8 quarterfinalists were Olympians. 5 of them were world senior medalists. And then we had Mason Paris from the United States, who was a junior world gold medalist. So this is as deep a weight class as you'll ever see at a world championship. And once again, you hear Jason Bryant in the background talking about Akgül, 3-time world champion.
You can imagine the pressure that's being imposed on each of their necks as we see them leaning into each other and driving and meeting each other's pressure. We're seeing that invitation for activity towards Taha Akgül. The referee stepping in to invite him to attack. We've been wrestling for 1 minute and 30 seconds, and we will see a passivity clock if no action occurs.
I know it very rarely happened to you as a wrestler where because you just like to go, go, go. But would you rather get put on the clock first or second?
You know what? You always got to deal with the cards that are dealt.
So you're prepared for either. I like it.
And so we are seeing Taha Akgül get put on the shot clock. He has 30 seconds to score, and if he fails to do so, we will see Zare awarded with 1 point. There's still a lot of time left in this match. And so for both of these athletes, typically for me, I would say the first time on that shot clock, you're continuing to feel each other out, you're continuing to move and not so worried about the 1 point differential.
Right, because with a 2-point takedown, you're gonna get that point anyway. Looking at that in a close match though, if it goes 1-1, you're gonna look at the last point scored. And so you wanna get that point on the board early for Zare, but you also want to keep the pressure for the entire bout. I'll go with a little 2-on-1 in front of Zare.
And both of these athletes are world champions, so they're no stranger to what it feels like to stand on top of that podium, and no stranger on how to perform in these big moments. And here brings us to the end of the first round. We have a 30-second break and 1 point differential between these two athletes.
And right at the end of that period, Zare had dug in for double underhooks. Does that weigh on Akgül's mind that this happened at the end of a period, or he just goes and fight another period and not, you forget about the past at that point?
From watching Akgül over the years, he is the most dangerous in active wrestling positions. So he's going to need to continue to open up this match, to continue to get into these dynamic positions and really put Zare on his heels. We've seen it before and we'll see it again. The Iranian style of wrestling is own the center of the mat, own the hand fight, dictate the pace. And so both of these guys have their work cut out for him.
And back to action, 1-0. For Amir Zare of the Islamic Republic of Iran. Right away, they go chest to chest, digging for hooks, head pulls. And a war on the inside here, looking to get that position to score on his opponent. That was a violent head snap by Zare as pulls on the neck of Akgül.
You see these athletes, and maybe not a lot is happening to the uneducated viewer, but all the wrestling fans out there, you know how much work is being done to push and to pull and to move the opponents, to create those little micro openings that each of them is required. And we can see the sweat on their bodies, and we can see the intensity of the coach's face as this action continues.
So Akgül put on the clock again with a third passivity call. And so at the end of this 30 seconds, Zare could be up 2-0. You don't see that very often when there's not scoring going on or even leg attacks. neither of these athletes want to shoot straight on to the hips and the legs of both of these gentlemen. So on the activity period again is Akgül. Is that surprising to you?
No, so far we've seen Zare. He's been the one who's been stepping forward, been looking for his openings, and so it makes sense. And here we have Zare awarded with that additional 1-point takedown. Akgül is going to need to create a little bit of space for himself to create those openings, and Zare has just not given him that opportunity yet. We have 1 minute and 15 seconds left in this match. That's a lot of time. It's a lot of action that could happen.
Right, and if Akgül were to score a 2-point takedown, the match would be tied, but with his larger scoring point, he would win by criteria. A nice pull by Zare, not letting Akgül be in that outside position where he can go to the leg attack, keeping his head in the pocket there, pulling and spinning behind. Wow, Zare with a 2-point takedown takes a 4-0 lead with 40 seconds to go.
We see the look of frustration on Taha Akgül's face. With 30 seconds left, a 4-point deficit. He knows he needs to come up with something special.
And we're sitting here next to the Iranian box where they're doing their broadcast, and they are on their feet cheering and getting excited. Zare is a confident athlete. He loves to compete. And at the end of this 10 seconds, I'm interested to see what his celebration will be. Four to 0 for Amir Hussein Zare. As he goes to his corner. As important as making the World Finals, he also has qualified the weight for the Olympic Games in Paris. And he points to the flag of the Islamic Republic of Iran with the pride, Amir.